Hello and welcome to Episode 3 of the Gibraltar FA podcast. I'm your host Matthew Ramirez, and today we're talking about Friday's massive title decider between St. Joseph's and Lincoln Red Imps. It's the first time in recent history that the league season is going to the last day of the campaign with both two teams facing off against each other. Lincoln need a win or a draw and the title is theirs once again. St. Joseph's, they need a win. And to talk about that, today I'm joined by Lincoln Red Imps living legend Lee Casciaro and St. Joseph's January signing Jayce Olivero. Guys, first things first, thanks for joining, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
We'll get right into it. Lee, we'll start with you. How are you feeling ahead of Friday's clash?
Yeah, we're really up to it because it's a cup final for the end of the day. Obviously, it's a league title decider. Whoever wins it gets the league. So it's important that both teams are going to be really up for it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think as a football player, these are the games you want to play, and you know, with all the hard work we're putting in, and I'm sure all the hard work they've been putting in as well. It's a beautiful game to play, and we're ready to give everything.
It's not just the league as well. It's a place in the Champions League also at stake. Does that have any added importance to the match?
Not really, because at the end of the day, it's winning the league is the important aspect. Playing Champions League is a bonus, but at the moment we just concentrate on winning the league, and Champions League is further down the line if we actually make it.
Yeah. Jayce, for you, if I'm not mistaken, it'd be the first time if you guys win the league that you play in the Champions League. Is that an extra incentive for you?
Yeah, most definitely. It's obviously a great competition to play, and it's the highest level of club football, and you can really test yourself against the very best. But I think all the focus is on the big final on Friday, and then everything will come at its own time. So.
In terms of preparation for the match, from a St. Joseph's point of view, are you guys preparing any differently?
No, nothing. Everything we've been doing throughout the season. The team's been working really hard. The coaching team have been giving everything with the support, obviously, of the board and the fans, and we know what we need to do, and we're going to continue working hard, and hopefully we can get the result on Friday.
I'm assuming it's very much the same for Lincoln League?
Yeah, exactly the same, really, because at the end of the day, it's just a cup final, like I said before, and just concentrate and see how the game goes on Friday.
You guys also, you're coming in on the back of a win in the Rock Cup. I'm assuming that helps as well?
Yes and no. At the end of the day, it's a completely different game, and it's a completely different setup in terms of not having to win for us to actually win the league.
Yeah.
But even though it's an important game for us, and we'll take it out as it goes.
Yeah, you've touched on it there. You don't need to win. It's a win or a draw, and you guys are champions. But St. Joseph's, you guys have to win. Is pressure on you in that sense, or do you think it's more on Lincoln?
I think regardless, we were always sort of going to go into the game with a mentality of to win. And I think when you come up against such a strong side in Lincoln, I think that's a mentality you need to have. And like with every game that we've played, we want to get that win, and it's no different for this last game that we have.
Of course, and for Lincoln as well, like we said, a win or a draw, but going into the match thinking that all you need is a draw, that could be quite dangerous, couldn't it?
Yes, like I said, obviously, like Lincoln, we've always, like Jay said, that you approach the game to win.
Yeah.
But we've got to be cautious that we've got to be clever in terms of not throwing the game at the first early stages, and then we'll go from there. But realistically, both teams will want to win and get the ball settled and get as much as possession and play the way we want to play.
Of course. I need to ask you this question. You probably can't answer it, but any team news that you can give me ahead of the match?
Everyone's ready. Looking forward to it. Spirits are high, and all focus on Friday.
Yourself?
Lincoln, well, we've got Juju back after a long injury, so that's
it.
been a bonus for the team. And Graham's not probably gonna make it because he's still had hiccups on his way back. But apart from that, we've got the whole squad ready for Friday.
How much of a boost is it given getting Julian Ballerino back?
It's because at the end of the day, you see him and Graham training on their own, and you actually feel that they're part of the team, and they're just training hard by themselves. and getting Juju back for us is a bonus because he's a part of the team and we want him to enjoy the way we enjoy and being hopefully in the squad if he actually makes it.
Now, looking at your season so far, I suppose, Lee, you're used to being in this position. How would you assess the season?
The season, I don't think we've started really well. The first few games and the first round where we weren't delivering to the expectation we normally do. And after Christmas, we started to progress and the teams got really stuck on it, and we managed to get in front of St. Joseph where we were like a few points behind before this Christmas stop, and gradually we managed to get back and 2 points in front of St. Joseph, which is important for us.
For yourself, Jayce, you obviously you joined the team in January. A lot of changes in St. Joseph's, the summer as well as January. How the team looks really together. It looks like a very strong unit. How would you assess the season as well?
Yeah, I think it's been brilliant. Obviously, like you said, it was something new coming together, a new project, and I think the things have been done really well from the level of the board to down to within the team and the coaching team. Obviously, you're not a lot of new players coming together, but like you said, we're really together and coming in January, since the very first moment I felt really, really welcomed, and I really saw, that togetherness in the team, and I think that's what has driven the club to the position that we're in now, and we want to continue to improve, and I think we have, we can improve a lot more, and that's what we aim to do.
Are there any personal highlights for you that you can take away from the season so far?
I just think it's been more of the day-to-day. I've just been really enjoying it, just the day-to-day, the training, the small details, the importance on every, and looking to get better after every game. So yeah, and now we're in a really good position, and like I mentioned before, these are the games you want to play.
Yeah.
So yeah, really looking forward to it.
For yourself, Lee, anything in particular that stands out from the season so far?
No, getting to the final game and competing for the league. Like Jay said, it's important for both clubs and obviously for Lincoln, because we start off the season aiming to win everything, and that's at the moment where we lie at the moment after winning the Rock Cup, and hopefully we'll see on Friday where the league takes us.
For yourself as well, it's been a bit of a change of role this season. You've obviously dropped a bit further back. Can you explain the thinking behind that, or how that's come about?
Probably I've been used around where I'm more comfortable playing more defensively. I've always played defensively since I was young, and obviously because of my speed, I've managed to put myself in different positions, right wing, up front, and just enjoying the role, because I still believe that I can give the energy and the motivation once I step on the pitch or on training to push the players, and that's what I believe I give to the team, which is more important than anything else at the moment.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, you're 42 now, but you set a great example for young players everywhere. Do you think having yourself in the team shows the young players how they need to prepare themselves for matches?
Yes, because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm 42 years old. I'm still hungry for more. For winning the league or competing, coming to train every day. It's just like, I don't know, it's embedded in me, and coming every day and being around with the players and the coaching staff, everything is still, I still feel that hunger and adrenaline rush that, I don't know, once I stop playing football, if I ever get that again.
Jayce, we touched on it, you joined the team in January. How different was it walking into a dressing room halfway through the season?
Yeah, it was something very new for me. I don't think I'd ever joined a new team in the January transfer window, but with the circumstances, everything turned out really well, and I got this really good, great opportunity, and I was really grateful, and I'm really grateful to St. Joseph's for that. And yeah, like I mentioned before, I think everything, the transition was made so much easier, just in how they handle things, and as I came in, how welcomed I feel, and I was given all the tools to to be at my best, and I've just think I've been going from strength to strength as from there, and just really enjoying my football. And I think that's when one's playing their best football is when they're enjoying it and they feel happy and comfortable with their surroundings. So yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, you feel like you've embedded into the team quite well. Do you think that the first half of the season you spent away in Denmark, you learned some stuff that you've managed to bring in?
Yeah, most definitely. I take a lot from being during that period of time away, both just in terms of tactically but mentally as well, on how to approach a game and different tactical principles that I'm trying to input into my game, but mentally as well, in terms of how we approach a game, how we react to different situations, and I think that's definitely helped me, and I'm looking to improve even more.
Right. Just like Jayce for St. Joseph's, Lincoln, you guys made some signings as well in the winter window, TJ obviously being a very notable one. How has those sort of winter signings helped freshen up the team?
See, TJ how he brings a lot of energy and pushes the team forward. So bring him in has helped us, and that's all we can aspire. And hopefully, like I said, it's important to have the team together for the Friday game, and we'll see where it takes us.
Now, I just want to touch on the managers for each team. How important is the manager to Lincoln? Obviously very important, but can you give us a sort of an insight into how he sets up, how he is in training with the players?
Yeah, he's very demanding. He pushes the players. He's very strict in terms of giving everything on the pitch. And like I said, it's really important for the team to have a manager like that pushes the players, even in training or whatever we're going to do for the game. We got up front.
You do?
Yeah, I think he's had a really good playing career as well, and I think he's taken a lot of positives from that, and the amount of work that he puts in day out, along with the rest of the coaching team, is really remarkable, and it's evident to see. And I think for me personally as well, coming in with such a short space of time, all the information, the help, and the tools that he gave me to obviously adapt to the team as best as possible was just it was just really good. And I think he gives all the tools for the team, and the individual players. He dedicates the time to focus on the team, but really focus on individual players to help get the best out of them. And he's really demanding on the pitch, but he's also a key figure that if you want to approach and speak to and discuss certain things, even matters that maybe aren't related to football, he's always there. And I think the players really feel that, and I think that's why we respond so well on the pitch. So
how would you say he's different to maybe other managers you've had in the past?
Yeah, I think obviously based on each one's experiences, there's different they have sort of different philosophies, but I just think he's young. I think he's quite a young manager, but I think having such a great playing career, a great support system around him, that they work really well together, which I noticed as soon as I came in. It's just brilliant, and he always expects the highest standards from us, and we know that, and that allows us to just work hard and give everything for him. And like I said, he's always there as a support as well, and I've learned in such a short space of time. I've learned so much, and looking forward to learning more from him.
I'll ask you the same question. Obviously, you spent your entire career at Lincoln, you've had many managers. What makes the current one so different?
Well, probably this is the first manager I've played against, so it's different. But no, Javi brings a lot of energy. He's young, and he, like I said, focuses on the team setup, tactical work, and he's really on top of the players, and that's the important part of what I grasp from Javi. Obviously, his technical teams also helps him a lot, and that's what I've seen improvement from him, and for the team to improve game by game when we had him for the past year.
Wow, perfect. Now, sort of, we're going to just touch on quickly what it would mean to each of you and to each team to win the league. Lincoln, as you said before, the minimum expected is to win everything. What would it mean to you to add another trophy to the cabinet, another medal around your neck?
Like that, at the end of the day, you start off, like I said, the season thinking of winning everything. It's an achievement itself, because people believe it's an easy league, and it's not. It's a very complicated league, because we've got very good teams playing at this level now. I think the league is more competitive now than it's ever been, and it is important because both it's an achievement in itself for me personally and for Lincoln. Financially, it's also a big thing for the clubs in Gibraltar, and having been able to play for Champions League is another bonus that you get. So that's the important part of winning the league for us.
And Jayce, obviously, all that Lee said, I assume applies to you as well. Is there an added incentive from a St. Joseph point of view to sort of end Lincoln's run of dominance as well?
Lincoln obviously have dominated for so many years, and credit to them, because they've always been there competing, and that's something really difficult to do, and it's something really difficult to change as an opponent, and obviously we know that, and I think we haven't sort of been focusing so much on the actual winning the league itself, just more the day-to-day process with our objectives at the back of our minds, but knowing just one game at a time, and we know that everything will come at the right time. And now that we're here, that's when our focus is on winning our last game, and hopefully the league will come with that. But yeah, it's going to be difficult, and we know that, which is why we've given, from coaches to players to the club, have given everything to try and achieve this, and yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Right. Touched on it there with Jayce, that run of dominance. Is it hard to motivate yourself to keep going, or is it just, let's see how many we can win?
I don't believe that anybody gets bored of winning.
Yeah,
I think winning is everything. That's why you compete at this level. It is very difficult, because even if it's, like I said, the league is progressing, winning the league for so many years, especially for myself, Roy, X amount of players that have come through the Lincoln ranks, it is a motivation, because it's not easy.
Yeah.
I believe it's Lincoln wins again. It's just the day-to-day. Now that we train in the morning, so it helps in terms of family base, because we can help around in the evenings, where before we used to train in the evenings, just like getting away from the family, activities for my daughters, everything was like that. Now, training in the mornings, having your day off, and that motivates you even more, because you're enjoying football and helping around in family base. But yeah, it's important that we achieve what we can achieve, and we'll see where it takes us.
You, Jayce, now, you guys have played each other twice. You've each won a game. Was the thinking heading into the season, obviously coming in January, if you beat Lincoln, you got a great chance of winning the league?
I think Lee touched upon it earlier. I think the league has, in terms of the competition in the league, it's grown massively. Obviously, when you come up against Lincoln, it's you come up against the strongest team in the league. They have been in a lot of number of years, but we like I mentioned before, we treated every game as a final, and the most important one, and we knew that any team could make things difficult for you, and I think we haven't had any easy games, nor did we expect to have any easy games, because we knew that all teams were prepared, and all teams want to do the best that they can. So every game is a final for us, and yeah, when you come up against Lincoln, it's got maybe that added importance, but we knew that all the other opponents in the league were going to make it difficult for us, which is why we treated every game as a final. And now obviously the big final is obviously against Lincoln, so yeah, should be good.
You both said it there. The standard of the league has improved massively, and you said before that maybe Lincoln didn't get the best start to the season. Is that testament to how far the league has grown?
Yes, I think it's important to have a competitive league. It's like we've had years where Lincoln have won the league just after Easter, and that demotivates the players of having to push yourself. Now we've got a big 11 teams competing and pushing every game. Like Jay said, it's like being treated like a final. At the end of the day, regardless who you play, it's 3 points which you are competing for. Doesn't matter if you're playing in St. Joseph, Manchester, whoever. Regardless, it's 3 points you got in the bag, and that which is every game. Like Jay said, every game is an important. Obviously, it's been able to catch, because St. Joseph were like, I believe one time they were like 5 points ahead, and we managed to get those 5, 6, 7 points in front, 2 points in front, and managed to get in front of them. It's good to have a competitive league, because at the end of the day, it's going to benefit local league and when we go internationally, when we play for Gibraltar also. And
for Jayce, obviously, you've grown up with the league developing. We played against each other at youth level, and then you've gone into the senior league. Like I said, you've grown up whilst this league has been developing. How much of a change have you noticed?
Yeah, I think obviously at the very beginning, everything was very new. So in terms of influx of top players, it was there, but I think maybe structure-wise, it's still a lot had to be done. And I think now across the league, teams are now having a set structure and bringing in sort of top quality coaches and a structure around building a good team, and I think that's evident to see. They're taking things, a lot of things are being done better, a lot more training sessions, a lot more preparation, and just small details that at the end of the day add up and make the team, each individual team, perform better, and it's evident to see. I think every week, across the board on all the fixtures, it's brilliant encounters, and I think that's just going to help us. And like Lee said, I think it's going to help the league in general, and for the local players involved with the national team, I think that's just going to help us improve. And obviously, being tested week in, week out is just going to make us better.
Just to wrap up now, I know we touched on it at the start, but to end on, is you or anyone at St. Joseph's allowing yourselves to dream about a potential European campaign, potential Champions League campaign in the summer, or is it just get the job done and then we'll see what we are?
Yeah, it's like I mentioned earlier, it's, the European campaigns, we sort of see it as, still a long way away, and that's an extra incentive that comes with it. But I think we hold that same mentality that we've had from the start, and it's each week, we always start a new fresh week, and prepare with everything we have for the game and for the final. We always say, within us, every game has been a final, and this is another final, and we'll do exactly what we've been doing, and then everything else will come at the right time after that. So
same for you, Lee, one game at a time.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a final game, like Jay say, and we'll see where it takes us, and whoever wins obviously gets a Champions League spot. If not, we'll have to get the Conference League, which is another important achievement, because regardless, it's playing at that level and competing for the league, and regardless who wins or loses, you're still going to a European competition.
Well, I'd just like to thank you guys very much for coming on. I'd like to wish you both the best of luck. And there you have it. Friday 9 p.m. at the Victoria Stadium. It's sure to be a massive match. Make sure you come by and watch it live.